So each year in my business, I find it really helpful to go through a proper review or audit and reflect over the year that's just been in terms of what are some highlights that I want to remember, what are some of the lessons I've learned, and have I actually achieved my goals or not? And doing this process really helps with actually goal setting and making a plan for the coming year as well. So in front of me here, I have my Trello board. I use Trello as a project management software to organise everything in my business. And here on this board, I like to store prompts and a space for me to do reflections over various areas of my business and to set goals as well. So I've gone into my highlights area here, and this is where I've made a list of all of the personal and business highlights that I've had over the course of 2022. I really like to start off this whole planning and reflection exercise with this because it really is a nice way to stay positive about the year that's been and make sure that I don't miss out on anything. I can look back through my calendar and see what kind of things I've got up to in the year. And also, if you're like me and you go through a quarterly planning process where you also spend time reflecting on your business per quarter as well, you might have some of these things recorded as you go through the year as well, which can help you to fill this in. So each year I like to set an intention word for the year as well, and last year's was adventure because I really just wanted to focus on exploring more, traveling to new places and putting myself a little bit outside my comfort zone, and I feel like I definitely did embody that. We ended up going to Canada. I went on my first abroad press trip for my travel blog to Madeira. Went to the Lake District, went to Cyprus, so I did end up travelling quite a lot and having lots of new adventures, so that was a really big personal highlight for me. My two best friends got engaged in 2022 and also so did I, so obviously that is going to be here on my personal highlights list. I saw Coldplay live in London in August, which was incredible, and that has been on my bucket list for ages. I did a collaboration with Mini, which is one of my favourite brands ever, and I worked with them in my travel and lifestyle blog, which was really exciting, and there's some other bits and bobs in there, but that's my personal highlights, and I think it is really good as business owners to include that in this process because it's just a nice way to set the tone in a positive way for your year. In terms of business goals, I raised my prices last year and I still got booked up with new clients, so that was a real highlight for me. I restarted doing my podcast episodes and doing a slightly different format, which has worked really well. I invested in Course Confident, which is a program for course creators with Vix Meldrew. I'll leave a link to that in the description, and that has been amazing. When I did that, I then relaunched my Organised Business Blueprint course, and I got 9 people signed up for that, and I've got loads of nice testimonials for that. So yeah, I'm really happy with how all of that went. I also hit my income goal in May last year, and I did hit my profit goal 4 times. Overall, I don't think I hit my financial goals. I'll go into that a little bit more in a minute, but I did for a month or a few months, so that's okay. I did hit my percentage passive income goal though, mostly, which is great, and I'll go through that more in just a second. And I also did move over my whole website onto a new version of Squarespace, which was time consuming, but I'm glad that I did it in the end. So those are all of my highlights. I also like to make a note of the lessons that I've learned and anything that needs improvement that I can work on in 2023. So overall, something that I really struggled with in 2022 was work-life balance, particularly in summer. I found myself overcommitting to doing so many things socially. We had an incredible summer weather-wise in the UK. We had a couple of heat waves, and being based in Cornwall and being self-employed with flexible working, I ended up finding myself doing loads of things outside and with friends and for my lifestyle blog, and then I just ended up with barely any time to squeeze in for my business stuff, so like website design and my courses and everything. And it didn't affect my client work or anything, but I definitely felt very busy and overwhelmed and like I just needed to stay indoors for a few weeks just to catch up on life admin because I'd just been out doing all the things, which is a funny thing to complain about. I'm definitely not complaining about that in terms of I'm very grateful to be able to do that, but I definitely think I need to work on the balance on both sides. You can have too much of a good thing, and I think I actually managed to do that in summer this year. Overall, my anxiety this year has been worse as well. I'm not sure exactly why. I think it might be hormone related. So I have struggled a little bit with that, especially from September onwards. So I've definitely had less energy, less mental energy to be able to motivate myself in terms of work and developing my courses and my programs, things like that. So that's something that I personally need to work on in 2023, finding ways that I can reduce my anxiety. I'm working towards sorting out my hormones a bit more to help with that as well. So that's just something that has been an underlying issue for a few months, but we're getting there. I've also made a note here that I need a hobby that isn't work, which I have had in the past, and there's loads of hobbies that I really want to get into, but I don't have a lot of patience, and so I always find it hard to get over that first learning curve when you're learning to do a new thing, because when I have spare time at the moment, I just end up working, which is great because I love what I do, but it doesn't actually give me a mental break, and sometimes I feel like I definitely need that. So that's something that I want to work on in 2023. I have been a little bit inconsistent with showing up online, partly anxiety based. I just haven't had the mental energy for it. So I do want to do more of that in 2023. My website traffic and my Pinterest traffic has decreased in 2023, and that is something that I kind of expected because I haven't focused a lot on my SEO or my Pinterest marketing, particularly over the last few months. I've been working on other things. So that's something that I want to keep an eye on moving forward as well. And I did still take on a couple of red flag clients. And I tried to commit to, in 2022, not taking on clients that I just had that gut instinct when we were first getting in touch with each other, that they weren't really the right fit. And I still did end up taking them on because, again, UK is going into a recession. You kind of want to be a bit more cautious with money. So that ends up leading to you feeling like a scarcity mindset, and so panicking and taking on work that maybe I possibly shouldn't have. But it wasn't too bad. Overall, I had incredible clients this year and I'm really happy with how that went. So did I actually achieve everything that I wanted to achieve? I'm going to go ahead and open up my 2022 plan Trello board, which is the version of this that I did at the start of last year. And I'm going to open up my What Do I Want to Achieve card. And this has basically got a list of a brain dump of all of the things that I would ideally have achieved in the perfect world. So that's what I like to do at the start of the year, just brain dump all of the things I want to do. And so I'm going to go through this now and see if I actually did them. So for my Biorazana work, I did finish the Organised Business Blueprint course relaunch and I got testimonials for it. Did I keep the content marketing collection up to date at the start of the year? Yes, but now it needs another refresh because it's another year. So kind of yes. Do at least 4 podcast episodes per quarter. Yes, I did do that. Streamline my content creation. Yes, I feel like I have a really good system set up for this now. Start Pinterest and Facebook ads. No, I did not do this. I say I'm going to do it every year and I just never get around to it. So that is a no. Can't tick that off. Work only on website projects that I'm excited for. And I've put mostly next to this. So I can kind of tick this off. As I mentioned just now, I did take on a few red flag people, but mostly I'm happy with how that went. Get 35% passive income. So what I mean by that is my goal for 2022 was to achieve 35% of my overall income from passive sources. I don't like the word passive because it's not. So usually I would refer to that as residual income. So income that comes from ads, affiliate sales, courses, things that I don't have to spend my one-on-one time on, is what I mean by that. So yes, I did achieve that and I'm really happy with that. I'm setting a new goal related to that for 2023 as well. Email list hit 10k with a minimum of 35% open rate. No, my email list has not hit 10k yet. I think I'm around 7,000 now. But my open rates were way better than this. They are currently at around 50%. So that's actually better than that goal in total, I think, maths wise. Don't quote me on that, but I'm happy with how that's gone. YouTube subscribers, yes, I've hit 4k. Podcast monthly downloads, 1,800. No, I haven't achieved that, but I haven't been consistently posting podcast episodes. It's been quite sporadic, so I don't feel like that's something that I should expect anyway. And same with website visitors. I wanted to hit 15k per month, but I haven't done that. But then I haven't done a lot of SEO research for that, so fair enough. For my lifestyle blog, I set some things that I wanted to achieve as well. Maintain the top Cornish blog. This is SEO wise. Yes, I have done that. 1 blog post per week and SEO researched. Yes. Created a freebie for my newsletter and grown my email list. Yes, I have done that. These are very vague goals. Typically when I set goals, proper ones, I won't put do more of this. I will put an actual result that I want to achieve and when by, but this is just kind of more of a brain dump list. So do more on Pinterest. Yes, I did do that last year. Do more affiliates and sponsorship. Yes, I got to work with some incredible brands last year, such as Jet2, which I ended up going to Madeira with, and Mini. Really excited about that. More personal stuff on stories and adventures. I've actually really scaled back on my stories on my personal Instagram, so I don't really feel like I've done that, but I have done more reels. And then personal stuff, I wanted to read 20 books again. Yes, I have done that. Visit Wales, Canada and Bali. No, I didn't do that. We did go to Canada and I did go to some other places, but our Bali trip was cancelled. That's now happening in 2023. But I did go to Madeira, which was amazing, and it was a totally new place. So I feel like I get to tick off the travel one. Stick with my personal training sessions. Yes, I have. Do at least 1 exercise class per week. Yes, I have. Save for Bali. I did do that. Plus £400 additional personal savings. Yes. Cut down on spending. Needs work. I'm not going to tick that off. I have another personal goal set up for that. So I'm going to leave that. Buy under the ZR. I'm going to come back to this when I talk about my profit first method and what I spent my bonus money on this year. So stick with me on that one. So in terms of financial goals, some of them I hit, some of them I didn't, which is absolutely fine and to be expected in today's economy that's happening. So I'm happy to say that my percentage of passive income, I did hit my 35% goal for that. However, I didn't hit my annual income goal. I was about £8,000 off, which, yeah, I'm kind of expecting not to be able to grow my business in the next kind of year or so as well. I'm fine with that. I'm still making enough that is hitting all of the goals that I personally need. So that's absolutely fine. And I'm very grateful for the income that I do have. So yeah, in terms of what made me that income and what contributed the most, the things that earned me the most money in 2022 were my website design services, which is one-to-one with clients building their websites, which obviously brings in the most amount of money because they're quite large lump sum projects. My course sales, so for my online marketing courses for Instagram, Pinterest, email marketing, all of that. That was the second biggest thing. The third biggest income generator for me was my affiliate sales, so where I promote softwares and tools that I love, and people sign up using my link and I get a commission from those. And the fourth thing that brought me the most income was referrals from other businesses, where I have an agreement that if I refer clients to people, then they give me a commission for that as well. So that's just how my revenue was made up in 2022. In terms of spending, main categories for my spending in my business, because I am mainly online based, is website hosting for kind of 3 or 4 different websites and my courses as well. That makes up the biggest chunk of my needing to spend, and generally other software subscriptions as well. So things like social media scheduling tools, deadline funnel, email marketing software, all of that kind of stuff really adds up and ends up being a big chunk of what I spend my business finances on, and also having an assistant as well who works for me 1 day a week, which I've had throughout the year, firstly with a VA and now with a marketing assistant as well. So that's how my finances have been made up in 2022. Also, if you want to follow through some of these prompts yourself and go into even more detail in your annual reflection and planning process, don't forget to download my annual goal planner workbook. You can get it for free on my website, and I'll leave a link in the description. There's basically just pages of prompts and things that you can fill out to plan your year and reflect on the last 12 months as well. You can either print it out or fill it out on an iPad or a computer, it's up to you. Typically each year I will go through this workbook myself and then just fill out my Trello board using the things that I have written down in a more creative space by hand. And then once I've had that initial download onto pen and paper, then I transfer it over to my Trello board. So you could do the same thing. So I hope you found this interesting. Do give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment if you like this kind of content and you want to do more kind of plan with me, reflect with me sessions, maybe each month or each quarter. I always find it really interesting to watch other people's versions of this as well, so let me know. And this video is part 1 in a 4-part series. In the next video, I'm going to be going through some plan with me and vision boarding with me. Then after that, I'm going to do a video on the profit first method that I've been using in 2022 and what I spent my bonus money on. And if you don't know what that is, that's all going to be explained in that video. And then the 4th part is going to be all about my marketing strategy and plan for 2023. So if you're interested in any of those topics, make sure that you are subscribed. You can hit the bell next to the subscribe button as well to get notifications when I upload a new video so that you don't miss out on any of those. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another one.